Good morning, traders. How's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday, November the 24th on this short week as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday. And I just wanted to review my watch list that I posted on Sunday. So far, yesterday was an absolute amazing day. I hope everyone's taking advantage of the watch list that I posted on Sunday and some of those breaks. You know, unfortunately, you're not live with me in the room that I have. I do have a private room that I have traders in, and as we go into the trade, we explain the possible exits and the future resistance and support. If you are interested in joining us in the private room, please send me an email at hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. and I will inform you of the particulars that goes into it. However, let's dive right in. Let's take a look at some of the trades on our watch list from Sunday's watch list. Let's start off with NIO. NIO's just been absolutely amazing. NIO again yesterday. If you take a look at a weekly chart, folks, this was previous week's high of $50.59. I basically said if NIO breaks the 50.59 area, I will be adding to my trade, which I did yesterday for an amazing up to over 10% return just on NIO alone. This stock has just been incredible. The best thing about it is that when you wake up in the morning and you see it up like this again in pre-market, it just makes it all worthwhile. You know, so NIO here, about 9:48, 9:50 a.m. right here, folks, right in this area. It broke through the 50.59 area, and it was just off to the races from there. Anyone that's in NIO, anyone that took NIO yesterday, congratulations. I'm sure you're happy with this trade. Next on our list is AMD. Okay, AMD took off, ran off in the races yesterday. As you can see, folks, it broke out at about 9:41 a.m. I was not able to take this trade. I usually not a big fan of trading the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the trading day, but you know, it was 9:42 a.m. I should have probably taken this, but at the same time, I was looking at some other things. I got distracted, and I wasn't able to take the trade. For those who did take this trade on the break of the previous week's high of 86.10, as you can see here, this is the weekly high. It was an inside week. Previous week was an inside week. The high was 86.10. And folks, I love playing the inside week breaks, okay? An inside week again is this week here was not strong enough to break the previous week's high, but wasn't also weak enough to break the previous week's low. So what I do is I look for the next break, and the break would be the high of 86.10, which is this previous week. It's the 11/16 week. I'm a price action trader, folks, so I pay attention to the weekly, monthly breaks. They hold a lot of weight, and then what I do when I get into the trade, I start tactically breaking it down as far as where I see the next area of resistance as the trade starts to work. And usually what I do is I look at an hourly time frame. So this is an hourly time frame, and as I enter the trade, that's when I start looking for my areas. So usually what I do is, you know, I may take some off the trade, and if it usually closes above that weekly high, I usually like to hang on to it, a portion of the investment, for at least a couple of days and see how it plays out. But AMD, again, I am waiting for it to re-break this 86.10 area, and chances are, if it does, and it doesn't happen in pre-market, chances are I'm going to take this trade at 86.10, okay? Next on our list was Apple. Apple is just not ready yet, folks. As you can see, this was the previous week's high of 116.81. Apple has not been really doing much of anything. As a matter of fact, as you can see here, it put in a lower high on 11.9, and here's another lower high on 11.16. And as you can see, it's just been coming down. I'm assuming Apple will be back in play, but at the same time, until it breaks this 116.81 and goes back inside last week's low. As a matter of fact, to show you, it actually broke last week's low. Last week's low was 116.81. Now, I am watching one thing, folks. I am watching this 116.81. So if it can break above the 116.81, it's back inside last week's low, okay? And 116.81 now is no longer support. Mind you, it did break it yesterday. We're at 113.85, so 116.81 now becomes resistance. So let's see what happens with Apple today, okay? Next on our list, oh boy, I hit the wrong tool here. Give me 1 second. There you go. Next on our list is going to be Run, R-U-N. Amazing trade on Run. Let me just show you. This is a weekly chart. So the weekly high was $62.87. And this is what happened yesterday. So let's go to a shorter term time frame. It ran up in the morning, came right back down, broke, okay? I did take this trade at 950, and what I did was I basically just put my stop at where I entered, and it didn't work. It didn't want to run. I mean, it ran at 63.68, which most people would, that's a great move. It's almost $1, but at the same time, I was looking for a larger move on Run. It broke, didn't cost me a penny. Mind you, folks, the way I trade is I identify my resistance, and then as soon as it breaks resistance, I know where my support is. So if it doesn't work, I just get out of the way of the move. It doesn't cost me much. And in this business, you've got to preserve your capital, okay? So it hung around the previous week's high, and only at 1:24 p.m. is when it broke out again, okay? As you can see, it was consolidating in this area. It broke. For those of you who took this trade at 62.87, it did pull back, touch the support. It did not fall back and break this candle's low, which is 62.64. As a matter of fact, if I were to, and I wasn't able to get run, but if I were to get in this trade here, well, I would make this candle's low my support. So that where my stop would be, okay? If it would break that area, I would exit the trade. But it never did, and Run has taken off, and right now in pre-market, it is doing exceptionally well. Let's see, in pre-market, we're looking at about $65 a share right now. So for those of you who did take advantage of this, congratulations. And it seems like it's working. It's doing really, really well. Off to the next one is OSTK, OverStock. OverStock did also amazing yesterday. Here's the weekly high that I had drawn. So that week's high was $64.27. And as you can see, yesterday it broke 64.27 at 10. It actually broke it in the morning. Okay, it ran up. Now, mind you, one thing you want to pay attention to, usually on the first break of a weekly high or monthly high or of an area of resistance, usually on the first one, chances are that the stock does pull back to that weekly high to find some support. It's almost like saying, okay, I took off, but where are my friends? Where are my friends? They're not with me yet. The move happens so fast. So sometimes it's actually best to wait a little bit. Don't think that, you missed the move. Chances are on the first break, it does pull back like it did, found some support right around the weekly high, and then took off from there. And OSTK right now is at the 69.20-ish area in pre-market. So again, another beautiful trade that did work, okay? Next on our list is FSLR. And FSLR, if you take a look at FSLR, here's the weekly on it, okay? There's the previous week's high of $86.42. And here's yesterday's chart. As you can see, look what it did yesterday here. I'm going to zoom in, okay? In the morning, it got up to this area, failed, okay? Came back while down, got up to the area, failed, got up to the area, failed. But look at this, folks. This is very important to start watching, okay? There's a tremendous amount of consolidation and accumulation in this area. And you can tell when a stock is trying to reverse its trend when you're seeing these higher lows start putting in, as you can see. So here you have it. Here's a higher low, another higher low, another higher low, another higher low, another higher low, another. So as you can see, it consolidated and then broke out. People who took this trade at the 86.42 level, right now in pre-market, FSLR is up to almost $90 a share. Amazing. And last but not least, we're going to go to big lots. Great trade here yesterday. If you, again, took advantage of this trade at 9:51, again, you see what happened, folks. It broke. This is the first break of the previous week's high. As you can see, look what happens. It breaks it, comes back, tries to find its friends in order to start running again. Okay? So that's exactly what happened. It broke it, came back, looked at, found some support in this area. As a matter of fact, found support on the low of the start of this big move, and then was off to the races. Okay? Let's see how Big Lots does. Right now it is above, higher in pre-market. As a matter of fact, I have an area drawn here at $52. Looks like it's at $52 right now in pre-market from the close of yesterday at 51.11. So it's doing well. So again, of the 7 trades, 4 or 5 of them definitely have already worked, and they continue working, folks. I hope you see value in this, and I hope you understand little by little as I'm posting these videos how I trade and how effective it is when you get those breaks. If there's something you don't understand, please just comment below. If you want me to analyze a stock for you, I'd be more than happy to do so. And if you are interested in joining our live stream room where you actually hear me live taking the trade and coaching you through the trade and showing you the areas of support and resistance, please just send me an email, hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. I can promise you it's going to be worth your while. So have a great weekend. Stay safe. Be careful trading out there. And I will be posting another video tomorrow morning. And then on Thursday and Friday, I am taking off for the Thanksgiving celebration. And I hope you're all going to enjoy it as well. Have a great day, folks.